welcome back. If this is your first time here, happy to meet you. My name is Nick Layton, and we are going to take a look at this killer solo today. Super melodic from the band The Scorpions. The guitar player on this, Rudolph Schenker. Usually with the Scorpions latter day stuff, it's Matthias Jabs. But Rudy, I'll call him Rudy here. We're all good friends. Rudy is obviously Michael Schenker's brother. Maybe not, obviously, if you didn't know that. Yeah, Michael Schenker's brother. Now, Rudolph has been mainly a rhythm guitar player, but occasionally he comes up with these super catchy little, we'll call them motifs, little melodic ideas that it could be a short solo or a hook or something like that. And man, those Schenker brothers have that kind of stuff in spades. Whereas Michael is more, gifted in the art of the solo and improvisation. Rudolph can still play a bit. Now, this is definitely by no means a technical guitar solo we're going to take a look at here. So this is a great solo to work on your phrasing, your vibrato, your bending, space between the notes, that kind of a thing. And it's still got some cool ideas in it. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. Now, down below, you'll see a link for free sweet picking guide, sweet picking bootcamp, my free gift to you, as well as my Patreon page where you'll find the tab and the backing track for this. So it'll be PDF tab and Guitar Pro files for this solo, as well as a backing track over on Patreon. So make sure and click the link and check that out. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I surely do appreciate it. Speaking of that, I just crossed over the 5,000 subscriber mark not too long ago. So thanks for helping me get over the top of that. And hey, let's go for 10,000 and keep building this thing. I know there's a lot of you guys out there who maybe haven't seen my channel yet. Specializing in 80s hard rock and metal. If that's what you're looking for, I've got a ton of content, and we'll have a ton more to come. So anyways, it's, in any case, I'm really happy to be able to work on this kind of content for you guys. It's a labor of love. It's a lot of fun, and keeps my chop sharp as well. So let's get to it. Now we're in standard tuning here. If you look at any live footage from the Scorpions nowadays, I think they tune down a whole step. This album came off Love It for Sting from 1984. Standard tuning. I know they went a half step down in the 90s. At some point, they went a whole step down. So, but we're talking about standard tuning here, and this is in the key of A. Now, the solo itself is played over top of the main riff for the first few bars. So the main riff goes. Okay, it does that twice. And if you want to know that riff, know how to play that riff, check in my playlist in the riff section, the Rifftastic, and you'll see that video in there. I think it may be, now that I think of it, it's in the 30 riffs in 30 days part 2 section. So in any case, you could do a search for that, and that riff will be in there. But the solo here takes place over that, and then the second part is over the verse, which is. It plays that one more round after that, and we come out of that. Whole thing is A minor and minor pentatonic and natural minor scales being used here. So let's get to it. The solo starts in the 5th fret on the low E and goes like this. Okay, that's our first lick. So we're going 5, low E, 3A, 5A, slide up to 7. Now we're going to play 5 and 7 on the D. Then we're going to bend 7 up on the G, a whole step, and then bring it back down. Notice the staccato phrasing here. Staccato means short, so you're cutting the note short. And we have this lick. It's just 4-5-4 on the G, hammer pull, 7D, and then 4G, 5D, 7A, and that's outlining an E minor arpeggio. Okay, so here's what we have. We start over, same lick, up to here. Okay, so that's the same. Now we're going to jump up here. Now here's 15. There's an overdub here, so you can tell that this was played and then the next part that comes in was overdub. We're just going to play it as if it were one guitar player. Live, it's similar to how I'm showing you here. So a little pentatonic lick, bend 15 up a whole step on the B string, and then bring it down, and then do hammer pull 13, 15, 13, 14G, 13B, 15, bend up a whole step on the B string to end that part. Okay, now we're to the next part, 20th fret B string. Okay, so this is a little tricky here. Bend 20 up a whole step. When you hit the top of that, you're going to pick it, lower it a half step, and then re-bend it. And then grab 20 on the high E with your pinky. And then back down, so back up, 20 back up on the B string. Then this lick. Okay, and all right, so once you re-bend this, so okay, the next part you're going to bend 20th fret up a whole step, then pick it again and lower it down a half step, and then back up to 20. Grab 20 with your pinky on the high E, then re-bend 20 on the B string, and then bend it again and play this. So that's after you bend 20 up on the B string, you bring it down to 20 on the B. 18, 17. Pull off from 18 to 17. 19 on the G, 15B, 19, 17, 16 on the G, and then 17, 16 on the G. So okay, so that whole lick. Okay, and then the next lick we're going to bend up 22 on the high E string, then bring it back down 22, 20, 19, 17, then 20, 20 on the B string. And when you bring 20 down, so you're going to bend 20 up a whole step, bring it down, and then as you do, you're going to play 17 on the B string, 17 on the G, and then slide that down to 16. So this lick should sound like this. Okay, now the next lick comes right after that. So right on the heels of that, okay, so you're going to play 17 pull off to 16 on the G, 19 D, and then back to 16 G, then 17 D, and then 19 on the A string. Come down the blues scale here, 19, 18, 17, 15, back to 17. So it'll sound like this. And the last part of that lick is, okay, so that's 17 on the A, pull off to 15, 17 low E, 15 A, 17 low E. Okay, so here's that whole lick. Alright, so that's the first half of the solo. Continuing on, we're moving down here to the 5th fret. So now we're in that first minor pentatonic box. Okay, so that's the first bluesy lick here, and it's 7, bend up a whole step, and then 5, that's on the G string, and then 5 and 5 across the B and the high E. Bend 8 up a whole step on the B. So, and then do that again, but the second time we're going to bend 8 up a whole step and grab 8 on the high E underneath it, and then re-bend 8 on the B. So those two parts put together. Okay, now this last part here continues on, but we're playing a little bit different rhythm here. So this is a triplet phrasing. So here's what it sounds like in context. I won't break it down. So that last part is, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next part is this part. Now this is if you ever watch any live footage of this solo, this is where Rudolph always jumps. He jumps up in the air. And as a result of that, I mean, it must be part of the stage show. As a result of that, he'll miss the note. It's hard to get a clear representation of what this lick is. Okay, but it's basically just right out of the pentatonic scale, moving down. I think that's how I tabbed it. Something like that, okay? And it's basically like 5 double stop there, and then on 5 and 5 on the B and G. And then we're just kind of work our way down the pentatonic blues scale here. 7, 5, D. 7, 6, 5, A. 3 and then 5 on the A string, pull off to 3, 5. So we have, and then end on 5 on the low E string. Just follow the tab there. Any kind of a lick like that that works its way down and lands on this is going to be cool there. It sounds like Rudolph may play it a little differently every time. Anyway, so then we have the final lick of the solo. So what we have here is 15 on the high E. Bend that up a whole step, release it. And 15, 13, high E, and then all the way down to 12. Hammer to 13, pull off to 12. 15 B string, 12 high E, 13 on the B, 12 on the G. So and that's 15 on the B, bend that up a whole step, release it like a quarter step and then rebend it. And then we're going to end it like this. And that's 15, bend up a whole step, down to 15, hammer pull, that's the 13, 15, 13 on the B, 14 G, back to 13 B, 15 on B, up a whole step, release it, and on the root, which is A, on the G string, 14 fret. Alright, so that's a lot of notes there, but it's really fairly simple, okay? So just make sure and cross-reference that with the tab. Okay, and there you have it, guys. That's the whole solo. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Once again, make sure and go over to Patreon if you're looking for the tab and the backing track for this. Links down below. Grab that free sweet picking guide. I'll see you next time. Rock on.